Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon. So yeah, I still have my damn list to go through. It feels like it's not gonna be over, folks. It feels like it's been going forever. Ugh, feels like it anyway. So this time around, folks, I'm gonna be reviewing a superhero film that was produced by the Marvel Studio. I mean, I know, okay, technically, I know, before anyone tells me, Marvel and Disney, they're technically like having a partnership. They're just like doing a buddy-buddy kind of a thing here, even when you get down to it. So, for me, that's a good enough reason to, review it. The film I'm going to be speaking about is The Incredible Hulk. I know, I know this was not exactly the first Incredible Hulk movie. I know they made one sometime prior to this, but I'm not going to talk about that one because that the first Incredible Hulk movie from way back when is set in a different continuity, and this one is set in a separate universe. And yeah, it's part of the expanded universe that Marvel had built upon since the first Iron Man film. So yeah, it's connected to Iron Man and all, and Captain America and all that. And so far, to my knowledge, this will be the only Incredible Hulk movie. I mean, yeah, they tried to get into other movies, but a lot of people, according to the producers, they felt like it might be too much to explain.
What the hell does that mean?
That doesn't make any sense because there's almost at the current time anyway. Right now, there's almost 30 Marvel movies right now, and they are planning to make a Black Panther 2 eventually with a maybe another movie for Ant-Man, if I'm correct. And then, well, at least Ant-Man will appear in other Avenger films, at least, or other Marvel films at the very least. And it's been confirmed that Black Widow will get a prequel among, all the movies. Yet, uh, an Incredible Hulk 2 seems too much of a big deal.
I don't get it.
So yes, folks, I'm going to be reviewing a superhero movie. Even though honestly I don't care for most of these type movies. That's not a jab to this film, just so you know. I'm just making a statement here. So anyway, as always, let's just get into the plot, shall we? So here we go. Sorry folks, this is basically an origin story right here, of course. So anyway, at this college in Virginia, we see that there is this General Ross who meets up with the doctor, and that doctor is of course Bruce Banner, whom is known for being the Incredible Hulk. So anyway, yeah, he's supposed to be the colleague and boyfriend of his daughter, Betty, regarding an experiment that Ross claims is meant to make humans immune to, gamma rays and whatnot. The radiation. The experiment was a part of this World War II era as a super soldier program that Ross hopes to recreate, of course fails, and exposure to the gamma rays causes Banter to transform into a Incredible Hulk for brief periods of time, as you can guess. So, whenever his heart reaches and raises above 20 beats per minute, the Incredible Hulk destroys the lab and surrounding areas, killing several people inside and injuring the general and Betty, of course, along with some others outside. Banner becomes a fugitive from the U.S. military, and Ross, in particular, of course, who wants to weaponize this creature. This creature being the Hawk, of course, so you can guess. It gets pretty crazy for the characters. The film did okay, I guess. It almost doubled its budget, so I guess it was in some ways a box office success. Okay, not a big one, I guess. But it did alright, I guess you can say. It made its money back plus a little bit more. You'll get a She-Hulk movie anyway. I mean, it could do well, I guess. But anyway. There was a report where there was a director who wanted to do a movie for her, but that article was published, yeah, quite a while ago. And then there was some news about, some talking about some stars to play the character too, but again, that article was published, yeah, quite some time ago. Oh boy. There was some news talk about this woman having a possibility of playing the character, but that was published quite some time ago as well. So yeah, holy hell, yep. There was some talk about this woman doing some animated stuff for She-Hulk, and you would think that would be good enough. Well, no, this was published in that time, folks. So yeah, let's think about that for a moment. Yeah, they could have had like three Hulk movies, like a trilogy kind of a thing, and then do like a fourth film where he teams up with the She-Hulk character. I don't know. You could do something like that. So, by the looks of it, having a live-action film starring She-Hulk doesn't seem like gonna happen. Of course, there's gonna be a creature which the Hulk is gonna fight off because, in like all the other comic book films, the Incredible Hulk has to fight off the somebody at the end of the movie. I know that's like a common thing for all comic book characters when it comes to these kinds of movies. Everybody has to fight somebody at the end of the movie. So there's that going on as part of the story. And yeah, Bruce Banner is basically on the run anyway when you think about it, because he attempts to cure himself of the Hulk before he is captured by the General. And of course, his worst fears are realized when the power-hungry soldier individual character becomes a similar kind of beast, and that's what happens there. So of course, there's gonna be some wild stuff going on in that regard, I suppose. So there's that. It's supposed to be an action movie after all. Really have to keep things going, I guess. Make it be fast-paced. Really attempting to keep the viewers attached to what's going on, really make them be interested, I guess. You know, Again, it's an action movie. You have to keep things going and not slow down too much, I suppose. The fact that there was an edit to the theatrical run of the film, Captain America can be seen in the alternate beginning on the DVD and Blu-ray version of this film. When the last piece of ice breaks up towards the end of the scene, it can be paused. There, frozen in the ice, lies Cap with his shield, so a little hint. So a lot of this was actually planned ahead of time for the future films, I guess you can say. I know that this film does get a negative rep from the Marvel fans, and yeah, a lot of Marvel fans were not pleased with this film, like, at all. But honestly, I didn't think it was that bad, really. This was quite underrated. So, again, this was supposed to be an origin story. I know a lot of people, when it comes to origin stories, I know a lot of people don't like them, like, at all. Yeah, most origin stories are pretty shitty, I'll admit that. But this origin story isn't horrible. I mean, when I was coming into this film, I was not expecting a whole lot, really. And so yeah, I was actually fairly impressed with what they were doing here. I like the action sequences. The acting was pretty decent. So a lot better what they're giving this film credit for is what I'm saying. Yes, sirree. This film does have pretty solid action sequences. The music really does help, and yeah, I thought the direction, they had a clear direction on what they want to do, so they knew what they were doing, and they just went for it. So all in all, this was a pretty solid action movie. It did what it's supposed to do. So this was one of the better origin stories I've seen over the years. Again, like I said a moment ago, I know most superhero origin films are terrible. I will admit that. But this is not one of them. And is it perfect? Okay, I won't say that, but it's better than what a lot of people tend to say about it. So anyway, it would get an overall rating of a 7.1 out of 10. It gets a 7.1 out of 10 from me. And as always, thanks for watching, and take care. Until next time. Oh yeah.